I'm going to show you guys about SSL certificate. I will teach you all about that, and we'll see what we can do to get that installed. Now, traditionally, you would have to pay for an SSL certificate, just like you pay one cost for an entire year of your domain name, and then you pay every month for your hosting. You would traditionally have to pay one cost for an entire year of an SSL certificate. And that's because it's a third party and people, there's all kinds of encryption and behind the scenes checking, and it's just stuff needs to happen. So every hosting company, GoDaddy, Bluehost, Media Temple, Ionos included, also has SSL certificates for sale. So you can see right here that it's attached to domains. It literally says domains and SSL, probably because most people don't get a domain without having an SSL attached to it. All right, so I'm going to click on SSL certificate. Be secure, buy an SSL certificate. Avoid a non-secure warning in your browser bar and gain visitors' trust with an SSL. If what's not telling you is you need to gain Google's trust. That's what's most important, or else no visitors are going to find your site. Okay, so down here is some pricing. First off, we have different types, standard versus wildcard. Wildcard is necessary if you have a bunch of different domains and a bunch of different sites or subdomains, which we won't get into. So the standard, you obviously don't need a business or a premium. These are just different levels of encryption. Like you can read through the stuff and it's like loss excess amount and protections you can buy. I'm going to show you a way where you don't have to spend 20 bucks. Web hosting. All right, so it does say free domain, email, and SSL on the web hosting. So go ahead and activate that SSL starter wildcard. You can choose your domain, certificate type, wildcard. I have, all right, go ahead and set it up to overview at any time. Okay, so click OK. Now status is a check mark. And now type in SSL in the search plugins. And really simple SSL. Notice it's got 5 million active installations. Click install now. And this is the third and final step, right? The first two steps may be combined into one if you either buy it or if we find this free Ionos version actually works, which would be awesome. Usually it's a third party and then you're hosting, but if you do it with your hosting, that's all one step. This step is just basically makes it so it forces HTTPS on your site. And what we can do, and you can all test this, once we force HTTPS on your site, it's either going to show you the padlock and it's going to be set up and it's going to work, or it's going to tell you that your site isn't secure when you go to it. You'll kind of be stuck until you go in and disable it. So let's see. Go ahead and activate SSL. Roll. And you need to log in again now because now suddenly you are on SSL. Holy crap, it worked. And you can see that it now says HTTPS://. Try and take that off and hit return. Okay, now it's going to load it and now click it again. The S is back. So no matter what you do as a user, it will force HTTPS. And that is absolutely awesome that it lets you do that and comes with it. That's the simplest process I've ever seen for an SSL certificate. Kudos to 1&1. So when you're logged into your account, click on domain and SSL. And then from here, you really just had to click on add. It just gave you the option to add one from right here. So it just says set up SSL or whatever. And that's all you had to do. And then I think it will have to wait a couple of minutes. The domain guard, we're not going to worry about that. That would be like an upgrade that you don't need to protect your domain settings or something. So it looks like it's that easy to set it up. So you really only have 2 steps now for everyone to get this set up properly. Go into Ionos, set up your SSL certificate like this. And then once you give it a few minutes, go into WordPress, add that really simple SSL, and do the thing.